Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Extreme Gaming versus Team Spirit.
They have prided themselves on really good team fighting ability and really good team fight lineups. And their Achilles heel against a lot of the Western teams, in particular Gaming Gladiators, has been just getting run over in lanes and having no chance after, which looks like Collapse will be trying to do just that.
Yep.
Extreme Gaming's lineup is insanely good in the mid-late game.
No one was really following him around. So this is definitely a change of pace. You can tell teams
No.
they're still going to lose a curry. How? And that's the bottle, too. Literally, how is that possible? You have solo Slardar and solo Troll. Both are going to be really happy. Troll, top CS in the game. Slardar struggling a bit. So it looks like Yatoro is the one that's really benefiting from this right now.
I guess one way of looking at it is also if the...
the courier kill.
Got one more. If the lane was played normally, I wonder who would win it, right? Because if you're destined to lose this lane as Slardar Monkey King anyway, then this is even better than playing the lane.
Oh my, no way! He just pinged it! He literally just pinged it!
Oh, Miposhka got level 2.
Yeah, that's true. He was actually there to...
And you will play alone for 15 minutes, and then I will show up level 4, and I promise we're gonna win. Everyone's like, what the fuck are you talking?
I'll be a banana for half the game and we'll win. Believe it or not, XM now TPing to the bot lane. Collapse gets gone on. Sandy's Eclipse with Ame's right clicks will suffice. And the Astral Imprisonment will keep Miposhka in place. Trying to go for the Echo Stomp, but it's not going to happen. XM will take that one and head back to the mid lane. Now it's a clarity, of course. Makes sense.
Drink him. Oh, nice.
A blood grenade. Okay.
Oh, he was not expecting
that. Was nice. Miposhka with the ultimate counter. And the question is there a point where this becomes just not worth it anymore for XinQ?
I feel like half the game I just want his camera on half the screen. Just look at his face. Just smile.
Oh, Larl again?
Oh.
Are you serious, Larl?
Oh.
Larl? He put in the ancient and he died. Third time that Larl... Like, no, he's there too. Like, they're chasing him. Something is going on with Larl's mic. I think they need to pause the game and make sure it's working.
And
but
it's also you also can't not use your courier, right? So either he has to send the items out, or somebody has to.
Miposhka.
Otherwise, somebody has to be courier for him. Like then Miposhka has to walk back to base and bring the items out.
As if he didn't. That sounds toxic. Actually.
It's the Miposhka announcer pack. Oh no!
All right.
There's the blood grenade.
A lot of damage. Boundless strike.
Amazing.
Echo Stomp will cancel the TP.
He might not die though.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage from Miposhka. Blood grenade was there, and he's gonna get the top.
Fine.
Yeah, he's fine now. He is A-okay. I think it's right outside the range of that sentry.
Yep.
Oof. That's now 2 members having to deal with XinQ. They do spot him on the tree. They stun him.
The spirit.
Yeah, that's true. That is a...
Did cut him down here. This is quite awkward.
He's dead. He's definitely... They just need to keep attacking and prevent him from getting on those trees. And Miposhka... Well, actually, Mira will get credit for that one.
Wow, the tower high-fived his corpse.
XinQ is having a lot of fun. Oh, there's a Chronosphere. That's right. There's Dota being played somewhere on the map. This Collapse will fall.
Don't report people for their item builds just because you don't understand. Like this...
Well, if it doesn't work, then...
Well, whenever you go into your pubs, you're like, why are you doing this? Just say, I'm sure...
Echo Stomp is going to find XM with the Hoof Stomp to follow. He's completely surrounded.
This is going to take a while.
Himself, but that just gives time for Larl to come up. Couple mines placed as well. Larl will get the kill. So Spirit finally getting something other than a Monkey King, it feels like.
So we didn't really talk about it much, but I think a really big part of the reason he bought this Yules is obviously it's a great item against Troll. It's a way for him to try to reset and dodge away from the stun chains, and also good against Stampede. It has some uses.
Oh, this will turn into a potential fight, though, as XXS wants to go on top of Collapse with Ame and XM not far behind. So, again, they give up a worthless level 5 Monkey King kill for Collapse. OD in general is very good at
Astral Spirit gonna come through the gate. That is a mechanic brought to you by Valve.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yep.
I thought it had to have mana to go through the gate.
I think it does. Mira gonna blast off into his own death.
Wow, good attempt. showing some desperation here as he eventually will die. And Ame and company will secure the Aegis. And XinQ, no one cares. He dies. If he dies without anyone seeing, does he really die, syndereN?
It's a good question. He is a tree in the forest.
He's a tree most of the time.
The game is about him, and he's a position 4, you know? He's like dictating everything around the map, so I think...
Well, let's
probably just gonna get rid of it.
Let's be real. He's a position 5.
Yeah. If even.
Position 6, maybe, is XXS.
Will
be blast off as Yatoro comes in, but rotations, are they coming? No, XXS will die first.
Nice
XinQ
kill.
watching on. Does he even get his... Yeah, I was going to say, what's the point of getting your ult at level 6 on a Monkey King? Does this... Oh, Ame.
Yes, Aegis.
Hoof Stomp is there. Sandy's Eclipse goes off on the sideline as XM wants to reset, but there's the Chronosphere from Ame, focusing onto Larl. Easy kill for them. The Echo Stomp into the Elder Titan. Oh, this is going to be pretty massive, actually. Astral Imprisonment on himself. But now he's going to be completely surrounded for XM. And we'll go down as a result. DY attempting to TP out, not going to happen. So
really nice fight.
They lose Larl early on, but Spirit win the fight.
That's all Miposhka. That 3-man stomp is just huge. Yeah, there's multiple factors. I guess they all add up. Say Whirling Axes are a relatively insignificant part of his damage at this point in the game, but yeah, I mean, it's still something, I guess.
Ame. Oh, that's a lucky bash. Oh my goodness.
That's so lucky.
Instant chrono off of the bash. Collapse has to use his ult to try to get away. Larl doing tons of damage though. Coil onto 2 heroes. The most important 2. The Sandy's Eclipse comes through, so Collapse does die first. And now Xtreme trying to disengage. They lose their Phoenix to start things out. Astral Imprisonment.
Nice orb
into the damage as XM has to pop the BKB, but then dies shortly after. Very weird fight off of a very lucky auto attack bash.
I don't know what you itemize though. Like Hex doesn't really solve the problem when you're against Stampede. The heroes are relatively difficult to catch. I think Spirit kind of have what they need for now. Like they just, if they get their spells off on multiple heroes with ET and Puck, that's...
Oh my god, that Yule's timing.
So good.
And Larl Lotus is off. He gets the Lotus applied to him.
Yeah, by Mira.
And that turns into a kill on XM. What an incredible sequence that was from Larl and company. And now the chase is on. The chase is on. The egg.
Oh, that's good
actually
chrono.
Not going to be taken out because a beautiful chrono from Ame will lead to the killing Yatoro. DY does fall eventually. And now XXS with his newly picked up BKB will focus on Collapse. Gets the bash, but now has to run away as his BKB is running out. Larl finds the Yules. Onto Ame. Blast off barely connects with the double X. Follow the crash coming from XXS. Basically a Ravage, but it won't save Ame in the end. And Larl taking heavy damage from XinQ because of the Corrosive Haze, but it looks like he might have found enough distance away to live. And XinQ, the Courier Hunter, will eventually die. So a 2 for 4. Just so many high-level plays in this fight.
We'll see how they put that to use. You keep Spirit in high regard.
The creeps are buffed by the banner. Tier 2 tower. Oh, the crush comes in from XXS, trying to waste perhaps a BKB charge, but Yatoro will just brush it off, knowing that that Monkey King ult is from XinQ. So,
well, they get the deny.
True, but Collapse coming in actually misses the hoof stomp. The counter crush from XXS. As the chrono comes in from Ame onto 2 heroes, able to take out the Elder Titan to start things out. Collapse looks to be next, but pops the BKB and Stampede. Yatoro, though, he is still with the Aegis as Collapse is continuing on. Ame gets dropped. 70 seconds of no Faceless Void. The Aegis is now down. Yatoro will be safe, though, with the rest of his team nearby. Buyback from Miposhka.
It's not going to get easier over time against this OD Void combination. Find anything for now. And XinQ is being a thorn in their side up here. Larl early at the coil.
Okay.
Should probably kill him here.
Yeah, Wukong's command comes out from XinQ. Just need to keep applying damage.
Oh, Mage Slayer's good work.
Yes, he's actually living somehow. XinQ was healing up a good degree as well. As a Stampede used to try to get away. Finally, Larl kills off XinQ. But the crush comes in. Miposhka gets off his ult a little bit early. There's a chrono onto 2. Take out Miposhka. That's a dieback on him. And now focus is on Collapse as he will be demolished. And now Ame trying to catch up to Mira, who's leading a trail of his mines in the trees. Won't know about Roche for another 35 seconds. As a
pretty big moment here. They're pinging it though. Xtreme are aware that this is probably coming their way. If they break the smoke well...
DY gets broken. XM was the first to get silenced. Let's get the force out his BKB. There's the Troll Warlord trying to decimate it, but then Chrono comes in to save his life. DY with the egg on top, and Yatoro is dead without any ult available. And it looks like the puck might be next. They take out Larl. It's going to cost them XM. Is now Collapse completely surrounded. Gets bashed by Ame. Gets off a nice hoof stomp into the double edge. But XXS blinking in with the Yules. 3 dead, all cores for Spirit.
I love that target selection from Spirit though. Or they hope they don't make it in time, but they will.
Yeah. Who gets the eggs? Is it the OD perhaps?
Oh yeah. I seriously worry for Spirit right now. I feel like this game is over in one bad fight. It's just so tough for their lineup to engage anymore. The team fight potential of the side of Xtreme is ridiculous.
XXS.
Okay, he's gonna get you ult.
Yeah, there's plenty of mines in the area.
They saw Yatoro.
Uh-oh, Yatoro completely isolated from his team. Boundless Strike is there. Yules to follow. Wukong's command to create some space. And Yatoro's going to try to fight his way out of this. Uses the ult along with the BKB. But again, Ame with the solo chrono. More than enough knowing that no teammates will come to Yatoro's aid. That's 96 seconds with no buyback now on the Troll Warlord.
And he has opted for the 20% backtrack. We've got the Puck 25 for the Dream Coil Pierces debuff immunity. And the Troll got the Battle Trance Strong Dispel, so he can break a stun, but can't really help him in the chrono.
Ame, they're trying to get rid of his Aegis right off the bat. XinQ is going to get silenced, so can't really help out too much. That's life number 1. Chrono is not available either, as XinQ is going to use Wukong's command into Mischief. He's actually going to stay alive a little bit longer than anticipated. Yatoro taking so much, will have to use his ult instead, but there's the counter use, the Wind Waker, in fact, from XXS. And the kiting of Troll commences, and now he will die. 100 seconds, again, with no Yatoro.
The kiting of Troll concludes.
And the rest of Spirit, this is the second time in a row that they weren't really that close. As Mira will get cleaned up as well, nice eventually.
All right.
DY gets credit for that, and now they can just barrel down a lane, and I think eventually they will realize that there is no buyback for Yatoro. They can go top, there's no tower there already.
They can actually end. If they realize the game state, I think they could finish, but I'm gonna respect the possibility. Maybe, okay, well, it's just being annoying.
Ame doing his thing. XXS will be Yules. There's his Wind Waker. So 2 sets of racks at minimum for Xtreme Gaming.
Oh, I thought he was going to stay and hit him there. That was actually a possible kill with some follow-up, but stick to the plan. A couple mines cleared up by XinQ.
Yep, nicely done.
I mean, this is surely Megas, right?
The coil from Larl, they want to try to fight this out. The Phoenix would be a huge kill. Gets off the Yules just in time. Egg not available right now unless he refreshes. He'll be able to dive away. They get Collapse, and the racks is just waiting here for Xtreme to finish off. The backdoor protection kicks in. Yatoro is up. Collapse does have buyback right now as the jump in into the Wind Waker. Mira will somehow survive, gets off the blast off, so not really worried about dying because he will. Does have the buyback, will expend it along with Collapse. And XinQ trying to get off his ult, will get silenced though, but the Rax is going down. It will be Megas in favor of Xtreme Game, but Collapse comes in with a big hoof stomp at XM. Gonna get stunned by the blast off as well. We'll have to Astral himself. Chrono on top of Yatoro again. Will finally get off his ult just in time, but all he's clicking is the Monkey King right now. And that's gonna be the death of Yatoro in the 3rd time in the last minute, it feels like. And this should be GG, as a couple members of Xtreme have died, but it's just the supports. As the Mega Creeps come through, and XM and company, Stanny's Eclipse is there. XXS with a double kill. GG's come out, and Xtreme take game 1 of this best of 3. Probably the most entertaining game from start to finish. The weirdest game as well.
Yeah, I was gonna say this game had it all, but it actually kind of had more than all. Because usually we talk about that with like good team fights, cool laning, interesting draft. Generally, in this game, probably has better secondary matchups than the PL does. But the hero is always in... He's always special in the sense that at some point the critical mass just kicks in. But it's going to take a while. He's going to need a lot of items.
Who clicks faster?
Vortex.
Well, XM gets the Vortex off, but Mira coming in from the sideline.
Nice rotation.
XM is dead. Oh, no, Mira wants to take it for himself. Okay, screw Larl. Really wanted that.
I didn't want to take any risks there. This is starting to look really, really good for Spirit. This is what I was saying they might do after game 1 was double down on solving or getting better lanes going and really building an early advantage.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Lots of pressure towards Ame right now. Meanwhile, at the bot lane, XXS is being killed off by Larl as XM. Lots of X's in this game. Will TP top to get the kill on the support Shadow Demon. So 1-for-1 favor still for Spirit, though.
So they can keep the ball rolling. Power Rune will be top. DY will grab it before Larl. So unfortunately, 50-50 miss there for Spirit. Oh,
XXS. Okay, so Yatoro died.
Right.
Interesting. Yeah, it's usually just Diffusal, Manta, then you're fighting, right?
Yeah,
now,
just not
a lot more of a build-up, especially since the Ags was changed. It used to be the Shard, basically, is XM. Going on to Mira, who's going to self-disruption himself. Will end up dropping to the Rebuke, but wow. Looks like XinQ gets spotted.
That is not a
brought down.
supernova.
The egg is not going to do anything.
Last game we saw his techies rush Lotus Orb, which I think would be a very good item this game as well. Maybe gets both. Maybe just goes Glimmer into Lens.
Yeah, the Ags isn't particularly good this game. XXS getting picked off, it looks like.
Wow, that was impressive to miss the spear there. He really threaded the needle against those 4 heroes.
Meanwhile, Spirit, they do want to fight.
They're too late for the tower defense, I think. Okay, the cliff, maybe.
Yep, XXS has his blink ready to go.
Very good position for Xtreme here.
XM is going to pop the smoke, but he's going to get initiated on. There's the Mars Arena, but the Storm is already dead. Echo Stomp now upon XXS. He'll likely be the next to fall. As Larl showing off that damage rune.
Wow.
2 cores killed so quickly as Team Spirit, their lead continues to grow. And they're not done yet, apparently. Poor XinQ. They still remember his Monkey King game and really want to pummel him.
And you have the position that they did. This could have been promising, but man, were they ready. Now Orchid collapse as well. And it is not easy to be a Storm now.
Yeah, they will spot collapse, but there's the silence as you talked about being shown. Storm Spirit already super low. The egg is placed. He's going to be able to zip, it looks like. As the stun does come through from the egg, but Yatoro coming in, absolutely deleting DY with the phylactery. And now XXS will follow suit. Another Orchid trying to get the melee Dragon Tail. There it is. Down goes the 3rd member of Xtreme, as this game is now a shellacking.
This guy is the only hope for Xtreme Gaming. Ame has to somehow come online.
Right, I'm just going to say this now. When is the last time you've seen a PL just hard carry the game? I feel like this is a hero. If you're alone, essentially, because this Storm Spirit is not a thing right now.
Yeah.
I feel like this hero can't carry late game. You know what I mean? Not the same way like some of these other carries can.
As we said, eventually you're going to hit some sort of a breaking point where you can perhaps overwhelm certain heroes in this game, but like you're so far off that.
Moonlight Shadow, they're going to try to fight without their Storm Spirit. There's the arena from XXS. Be able to get these 2 supports from Spirit, it looks like, but the Echo Stomp comes through. And Ame will finish the job on Miposhka. The rest of the cores get out.
Xtreme had that on lock. They also wanted to protect the 21-minute Wisdom Rune.
DY,
oh my
DY, all right.
Okay.
Well, the sacrifices must be made in Dota sometimes. Team Spirit into the Roche Pit they go. First Aegis will be in their name. Yatoro will take the Aegis.
Honestly, Xtreme are weathering the storm quite well here. I'm very impressed. I didn't think they were going to be able to stabilize this game at the 6K lead, but now the biggest challenge is coming. Spirit are knocking on the front door.
Yep, there's the Spear initiation, but collapse with the counter initiation on the Mars of the Dragon. XXS forced to use his BKB. XM going deep with the BKB as well. There's the Mars Arena doing so much to contain this lineup from Spirit. They lose Mira to start things out. So no more save for Yatoro, who's was full agi there for a moment. Turns into the PL. I mean, that's very good this game.
Yep. Sure is.
Xtreme will smoke again. Larl with a remnant for safety. He's still leading the charge.
Yeah, he's very much trusting Mira here.
We'll spot it. The Yules is there. Arrow again, not gonna hit. Collapse still in that dragon form. Ame was leading the charge initially as there's the arena. It's onto 2 heroes. XXS not able to do that much damage. As looks like Ame is the one that's get taken out first. So 70 seconds of no PL, and Xtreme's fight is likely over. As Yatoro and company going to be surrounding XXS. So 2 cores, 1 support dead, and Spirit don't really lose anything. So this Aghanim Scepter over time, still very strong. Yatoro with another Aegis. And of course, the banner.
Being relatively cautious about their high grounding, but now finally Yatoro will get started. The Dragon Knight Mantas are running out, but the real one is still intact with the form.
Oh, arrow hits a creep, so he hits something this time at least. As Yatoro already at half HP, still has the Aegis for 3 minutes.
Okay.
Focusing on the PL already. He's super low, brought down again. Ame has not been able to have much impact on these fights, and Yatoro now cleaning up. XXS is next, will buy back instantly as the Aegis does go down, so life number 1 for Yatoro. So many teams we've seen have backed off and reset a bit.
Xtreme making the right call, just conceding it.
Oh, DY.
Oh.
Conda Gamers right here, collapse. Focusing on XXS, he does not have buybacks, he has to be careful. XM gets a nice stun onto 2 with that Aghanim Scepter, but XXX he's super low, and finally will drop to Mira of all heroes. Larl in very deep. And now the focus again to get these megas for collapsing company. DY falls yet again, so 2 down for Xtreme, no way to get back in this. 1 more last-ditch effort from XM, but still Yatoro is super healthy as the ET ult actually doing so much damage in that fountain. But the megas will come the way of Team Spirit. Spirit still sticking around, they want to finish this. Toro and Larl will focus on the tier 4s, which aren't even being defended anymore because Collapse is creating a lot of pressure as XM is insta-gibbed. Does have the buyback available though. Looks like they'll have 1 last-ditch effort here once the Phoenix is up.
They have to just try to burst them more. It's the only play there is.
Ancient fully exposed now. Spirit with mega creeps, 29k lead. No banner though, so no Gaben creeps sadly. And inside, the Ancient is Collapse, as somehow the GGs have not come out yet for whatever reason. We'll never know. And there's going to put some garbage spells out. XM coming in. Electric Vortex. Storm will die along with the Ancient. GGs do come out now that they remember that that is a thing you can do. As Spirit, they spank Xtreme in this game too.
Wow.
Otherwise, I don't know really. They obviously have like the Infest Bomb with the Centaur, so that's good. But what Lifestealer offers after the fact, not sure.
Is there a world you can go the TA route and just go Maelstrom into Mjolnir?
Yeah, Maelstrom's definitely a thing.
Is that because maybe? Okay, all right.
Inkswell,
well, we weren't
Miposhka.
You look away for a second, and he's gone. Well, this lane from Xtreme is a classic in this patch.
Still forcing him out is a accomplishment in and of itself. And now the silence as XinQ makes his way over into the hoof stomp. Double edge Inkswell with the kill. So Mira takes a tumble. And they can go for it again. He's showing himself.
Yeah, he's sticking around.
Supports are now wrapping back around. Yatoro will be spotted here. Right. Silence to start. Blood grenade as well. Inkswell onto the Phoenix. Yeah. It does proc into the hoof stomp double edge for XXS. 4-0 start for Xtreme.
Setting up the area.
By the way, XXS went for, oh, we'll talk about that in just a moment. Went for an early blade mill, which is interesting. Stampede, Ame will rage up. There's the Ghoul Frenzy into the Inkswell. And now with a couple of teammates there, Collapse will finally die.
Armlet makes a really big difference for the dynamic there. Yeah,
now Ame TPing in.
Larl took aim, but he was too
All
far
he wants
away.
to do is Ghoul Frenzy you.
Here he comes.
He's spinning for you. Ghoul Frenzy on the creeps now. And that'll break up the fight. Although XXX coming in with the hoof stomp into the Inkswell as well. Into the Soulbind. Sniper is dead. The egg will proc as well. They get 2 kills immediately.
Oh, they smoke.
Mira somehow surviving for the time being. We'll take a Fire Spirit and run away.
We saw the last game where it was Ember against Storm, and the map was, the way everything was played around was so extremely different from Lina against Sniper. I mean, it goes without saying that this is obviously going to be a more passive mid laner approach.
Oh, they're looking for their first kill. This would be a big one onto XM. Call down is applied. The egg is there, but not enough to save XM. And now the egg will fall as well, so 2 kills for Spirit. Meanwhile, though, Larl in a lot of trouble. The quad edge about to come out. XXS gets him through the Dragon Knight. Collapse will live via the TP.
That's
Ends
great.
up being a 2-for-1. This is the old BSJ special, by the way. That's how he is claim to fame. Lifestealer Radiance, get inside of an Ancient and just stay in there the whole game.
I remember when Kuro did that.
God Strength, X. XinQ will be the one to fall. Now Yatoro trying to reset, but there's the Gleipnir. Sunray not quite reaching Yatoro. Ame forcing everybody back. Has to be careful, though. They have tons of stuns. They're going to start it out with the Dragon Tail.
Oh, max
With
range.
a hoof stomp, double edge. Yatoro will be saved by the arrow. Infest not doing literally anything.
All right.
And
it worked.
Is under attack.
Stomp XXS, so
He's going to need a really good escape plan here.
yeah, Miposhka, the dead wife is attached to him, syndereN.
Oh, that was not well executed. No. Oh my God, he's...
How?
Oops. Bit of a
How?
mistake there.
Oh, I know how. He only went 3 and double-edged.
Oh.
Typical mistake.
Well, yeah, half a second duration, half a second strength multiplier for the damage, and 50 more mana cost. They can
Xtreme want to do something. Yeah,
they get on top of any core, it's a gone core. Oh, this is the best one they can find, XM.
Yatoro will go into the lane itself.
Oh,
And be
he actually
greeted.
got the PKB off.
That was really fast, but it doesn't matter. They have the damage anyway.
Wow, that was close.
Yatoro with ridiculously quick fingers.
Oh,
Good attempt.
close. Here goes.
So this
torment.
game, let's see who gets the shard first.
XinQ's dead.
Yeah, good job. XM gets the shard.
All right, DY, you gotta tip him, man.
Success is scouting things out. Creeping around. Hoof stomp. Will greet collapse. Get a toast as well. Do they have the damage with the Sunray? Absolutely.
Speaking of Atos, very unusual to see it on Phoenix, right?
Blind hoof stomp.
Nice stomp, but no follow through.
All right, Infest Bomb coming again. Ame has the SNY now. There's the initiation. It is just for a Marana. Mira's died a bunch of times this game. Will be a freebie, essentially. Yatoro, ooh, God Strength. He actually wants to fight. He deletes the Phoenix right off the bat and tries to TP out. He's dead!
He died!
Oh my goodness, that play. That is... He has some gargantuan balls, but
I mean,
he still dies.
Sven 4th net worth is quite bad.
True.
This hero needs to be at the top of the charts, or at least top 2. We've talked about Troll being kiteable. We've talked about those problems. Sven's a little bit in the same boat.
Another Infest Bomb, 17-5 advantage for Xtreme.
Spirit just have no map. Like and I say that as they have some decent wards and they're pushing this top lane, but everywhere they go, they're terrified. They're not really taking much initiative. Maybe now they can find an opening.
Oh, the Dragon Tail, he wasn't
didn't
quite
get
in range.
him.
Didn't get the Fog of War aspect there. Soulbind onto 2, double Laguna.
This is bad.
Down
This
goes
real
Collapse.
bad.
Miposhka looks to be next. Oh, man. Inkswell, if they spot him, he's dead. And indeed they do. And meanwhile, XXS finds a little sniper on the other side. Should be able to live, though. But still, a 3-for-1 Xtreme getting away with everything.
Radiance
Yeah, I wonder what they're doing grouping up down here specifically. There's no Tormentor there. They stole it already. They haven't even gotten their own, actually. They just want Mira again.
Well,
They'll get him. Now the knock onto the high ground.
They don't have Aegis, but really, how much danger is Ame in here? Okay, there's going to be a moment of opportunity when this rage runs out, but he's going to be wise enough to just back off here. So
Doesn't have Infest for 30 either.
that
Initiation is there from XXS. He is really deep. He's going to get Force Staff even closer to the fountain. Homing Missile will hit. Soulbind onto 2. Is there any follow-up? As XXS is taking so much damage, he dies a full minute.
What in
on
the world was that?
Dock. And yeah, XinQ
okay.
will follow suit, and the rest of Xtreme will attempt to TP out. There's the stun again. Very sloppy from Xtreme.
Xtreme heard us saying they were playing great, and they were like, let me show you what we can do. Or should we just have gone hit hard build? You know? This doesn't really...
Well, Sven hits hard.
Sure. Is that enough?
He's spotted. Collapse. Oh, they find XM in the trees. The initiation. Oh my god, they delete XinQ to start things out. Yatoro already gets off his God Strength. They get the second support as well. Down goes DY. And XM will be able to run away. XXS, though, he's the one completely surrounded as a buyback now onto DY. Collapse, left all alone in human form. Means he's worthless. Will end up dropping as a result. The egg is placed, but this is going to be a dieback via Larl's right clicks. DY dead again.
Nice moment of opportunity there from Spirit. I love that play. That's why this team is so good. There's one moment of opportunity and they know exactly what they need to do.
Yep, XXS finds the opening on Miposhka.
Boots of Baron quite good there.
Leipnir is there. Ame is, he's queuing up the shard, but you can just kill your Tormentor and get it guaranteed now.
Is this the first game they have the banner in all 3 games against Spirit that we've seen before? They've played Spirit 4 games in this tournament so far.
Oh, I don't remember the early.
They've had the banner before, surely. The BKB on Centaur, which will allow him to dive even more aggressively if you thought that was possible.
That's time.
A big moment for Spirit, no Aegis.
Yeah, they pop the Lincolns, get the Dragon Tail, but Ame jumps out of XXS. Oh, there's the Soulbind onto 2, and the DK is already dead. Miposhka takes nice Laguna Blade into the extra right clicks from XM. Yatoro trying to fight his way out of this. XinQ might actually live through it, and down goes the carry of Spirit. 3-0, and Xtreme again come out on top.
Now, honestly, that's just probably game, right? Like, you don't have buyback on Sven. The enemy team has all the advantage. You're absolutely getting 2 lanes. If the top tier 2 tower was down, it was Megas for sure.
Collapse. Well, XXS going. I wonder who's inside him. Yeah. Ame will just use the rage to get the Mega creeps secured. There's the Stampede to run away, just in case. So Xtreme now with the Megas in their favor.
So much better by comparison that it wasn't even ever a consideration.
Unless you misclicked.
Yeah.
Can't even click on lifesteal because he's infested, but it's always infested. Success. Oh, there's the Divine. So Larl has it. Of course, it'll be a lot better with the Conda.
I wonder if the players see this the way on the minimap like we do. Every time XXS takes a move.
Oh, this time Mira's not quick enough. Abyssal Blade used. Oh, Murata. Okay, does not get out in time. XXS will have to use Stampede.
The Rapier noticeable there.
Yes, it is noticeable. It turns it to physical. Like it's like an auto attack. That's why it can proc Mjolnir, it procs Divine.
Well, Assassinate's damage is magical.
Yeah, that aspect wouldn't fully go
but
through.
The Conda hit.
It should.
Yeah.
Oh, hoof stop. Oh boy. Divine Rapier on the deck. Ame claims it for himself. And that should do it. Very underwhelming performance from Team Spirit. So they get the tier 4s. And they find the DK and Gyro. Ancient exposed. Yatoro coming in. Gets 1 kill. Very exciting. And then dies shortly after GG's called. So Xtreme take the series 2-1. In 3 stompy games.
Yeah.
Very, very weird series overall.
And it also felt like all 3 games lasted roughly the same amount of time, right? It was about this 40